Hey, I'm Zack, America's #1 practical nutrition expert, and today I'm here to show you 5 of the easiest and simplest ways to lose weight so that you can lose weight and not your mind. So basically, it's not about what you eat, it's about how you're eating it. There's ways to eat foods that still taste good, foods that you still love without gaining weight from them, because you could eat them to satiety and not to the point where you're stuffed or full. So let's get to those 5 awesome tips. Tip number 1 is check your plate size. So right here I got 8 sweet potato fries, right? It looks good, it covers up a lot of the plate. I mean, you could imagine that this will be pretty filling, right? It's good hefty fry, it looks good, well seasoned, perfect. Now what if instead of this plate you were offered this plate? It seems a little bit empty, right? There's more food that can go here. In fact, if I just wanted a plate of sweet potato fries, I'd probably add, a few more just to cover up the white space. But it turns out these both have 8 fries and they're both the same amount. So you can kind of picture it here, it's the same amount. So subconsciously, what your mind does is it sees a larger plate as a larger blank canvas and just wants to fill it in more with food. So if you use a smaller plate, you could actually subconsciously have yourself eating less food, but you still get to eat whatever you want of the foods that you love and the foods that you crave. Now, tip number 2 is all about how close the food is to you. Now, studies by Cornell University, specifically Brian Wansink, he found that having clear containers with food in it nearby, just within arm reach, makes you a lot more likely to go and eat it. So, you could just be working all day, doing stuff, and not even realize it, reach out and grab it. If you're hungry, open up and eat it. You could eat 1, 2, 3, 4 throughout the day, hour by hour, whatever, and it's a subconscious thing that because it's here, because it's available, it weighs more strongly in your subconscious. Now, on the flip side, for tip number 3, this works in reverse too. So instead of all the junk stuff, if you keep healthy foods within reach, it makes it a lot easier to eat better. So you could have bowls of fruit out. I also like to pack the front of the fridge with all of the great salad greens, fresh produce, that kind of stuff, because it makes it available and it serves to remind you all the time that your food's available. Now, I mean, you can see I'm working here in the kitchen, and that's kind of tip number 4. It seems that today a lot more people are spending a lot more time in the kitchen. They have their laptops, there's iPads, there's even TVs right next door. So you could sit in the kitchen for hours, or in the living room right next door, and be inches away from a fully stocked pantry, which makes you a lot more likely to continue eating. So what you want to do is you want to really separate where you hang out from where you're eating, so that you don't get used to watching TV and eating, or working on the computer and eating, and connecting eating with pretty much everything else that you do in your life. Now, lastly, but not least, is keeping your kitchen on point. So I'll give you a little tour. As you can see, got a pretty nice kitchen. There's some dishes here, some stuff stacked up. Someone left all these sweet potato fries out. But it turns out that people are about 40% more likely to overeat if their kitchen is untidy. It turns out that subconsciously, that little bit of a mess actually increases your stress just a little bit and makes you eat just a little bit more. So if you want to have a much easier time cooking healthy food, have a much better time eating healthy food, and even if your diet isn't perfect yet, you can still lose weight by keeping your kitchen neat and organized, so you are less likely to subtly overeat without you even realizing it. And so if you're looking for more action steps just like this, I have a link in the description box down below for the Weight Loss Kitchen Makeover, which has these tips plus 6 more to give you a total of 11 fantastic steps you can take to just make that switch and eat less just subconsciously. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, those go down below. And don't forget to subscribe to find out when I come out with new videos.